Selling your home in the winter could be one of the best ideas that you ever had. And yes, you can keep that idea, it's yours, not mine. And if you're watching this video and you've already sold your home in the winter, I'd love to hear your experience. Was it good? Was it bad? What were kind of your highlights from that? Put in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. First thing I'm gonna talk to you about is who looks at houses in the winter? Who looks at houses during Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything else? You don't know? I'll tell you, it's motivated buyers. What does that mean for you? So having a motivated buyer means they want to get in a home. Maybe their goal is to get in a home before Christmas. Maybe their goal is to get in a home before their kids start school in next semester. Who knows what that is, but whatever their motivation is, if they are going out in the cold, in the snow, dealing with all of the things that come with that, they're pretty darn motivated. So why don't you be there and be on the short list of homes that are on the market during that time? I will tell you from experience, I am typically busier in the winter months than I have been in the spring. Now, again, it ebbs and flows. I've been in the industry for 10 years now, so it all changes. But historically, my winter months have been busier than what they have been in the spring months. Now, a lot of that comes with the fact that you have serious buyers, less competition, because everybody and their brother and sister talk about listing your house in the spring. What I'm telling you is you will have less homes to deal with in your particular price range, which means the same buyers that are looking at that, instead of looking at 20 houses, they're looking at 7 houses, right? And they're making that because they're ready to go. So motivated buyers is my number one, first and foremost, why you should be selling your home in the winter. Next tip I'm gonna tell you is still boost your curb appeal. Yes, I know it still matters. That's such a buzzword anywhere and everywhere. I know it is. But here's the thing. We're in Manhattan, Kansas. So it does snow. So when it snows, make sure you're shoveling your driveway. Make sure you're putting a wreath on the door if it's Christmas time. Make sure you are making it a very warm, inviting place to come to. And again, it's a shorter daytime, so make sure you've got Christmas lights. You want people to want to come into your home during the winter months. And because that's what's gonna happen is that you're gonna have these little warm touches that's you walk into an empty home and it's cold and dark and nobody's there, and it's not going to feel the same. It's not going to feel like home to a potential buyer who's coming in to look at that place at that point in time. Because shoot, I mean, it gets dark at 5:30 these days. So being able to understand that this is still a good time and this is how you work on that is going to be very important for you. My next tip, we're going to go inside, and it's making the inside cozy and warm. You don't want to, this is not a time that you want to save money on utilities and crank it down to 60 degrees when it's 30 degrees outside, because they're going to walk inside and they're still going to be cold. So put it at a decent temperature, put it at 70 degrees, 72 degrees, whatever that looks like. It's not gonna matter that much in the long term, because what you want is you want people to get out of the cold and into your home. The longer they spend in your home and that they're comfortable being in there, the better. I would also recommend, if you have the ability to do it, keep your furniture there. Make sure it's still a stage. Make sure you still have making it feel nice and warm and taken care of, and everything else that comes with that, because it's going to be a big piece of what you're doing, of what makes them feel at home whenever they are there for your looking at your home. All right, so staging for comfort, staging for warmth, staging for that stuff. Having the lights on when the showings happen, having it be warm in there, having blankets around and candles going, and just making that an inviting environment for the buyers to be there is going to put you, maybe you've got a vacant home, it's cold, it's not much there, versus yours. Guys, this is an emotional thing, right? It's an emotional purchase. And if you're neck and neck right here, I promise you, yours will get bumped just a little bit above that next buyer or next seller for that buyer. And so having those little tidbits to get your house on top of their list is what we're looking to do. My next tip is highlight those winter ready features. Do you have an energy efficient furnace? Great. Let's do that. Let's make sure you are highlighting the fact that it is very warm in that home and your utility bills are low, or whatever that looks like. Do you have a fireplace? For me, that's a big one, right? Like, I need a fireplace. Heck, last night, I had a fire in my fireplace last night with my family as we're just sitting there hanging out. We were looking at old photos and doing whatever, the fireplace going. Oh my gosh, talk about a memory, right? Like, I love it. I love having a fireplace. So that's big for me, right? Having a nice big open kitchen and you got your bacon cookies or bacon bread or whatever. I know people are crazy about that stuff, but there's truth to it, right? There's science behind creating those memories and having the smells that take you back to baking cookies with grandma in the kitchen, and that just cements that home in their memory because you tied it to an older memory at that point in time. So having those things to be able to make sure that you highlight those winter ready features and those winter ready opportunities for them to be doing it, whatever those may be, right? Make sure you have that ready to go in your home. You want to highlight that. My next tip for selling your home in the winter is pricing it right. And I promise you, I say this on every market. I don't care if it's winter, spring, fall, summer, whatever it is, you are going to be able to have less sellers, less competition out there. So more buyers looking at your home, but you still want to be competitive. You don't want to throw it up high on the market, high on the price, and then let it kind of trickle down, because that's never going to be good. I will never recommend that. So making sure you price it competitively. And I'll tell you guys too, work with a professional. I say this in a lot of my videos, but work with a professional real estate agent to be able to tell you where the numbers are, how this looks, what the market looks like at that current time, and being able to do that. Because I promise you, when you have pictures of your Christmas tree and your house is still on the market in July, yes, I've seen that, it doesn't look good, okay? Next thing on the list is being flexible with showings and flexible with closings. Buyers looking in the winter, nobody wants to move in the winter. Not many people. I don't mind it because I don't sweat as much, but buyers in the winter are on a timeline, right? They're, for whatever reason that they're hurrying up and buying a house in the winter, they are getting on a timeline and they need to be in a home. So be flexible with your showings. Take the family out to dinner, take the, close faster than we need to, whatever that looks like. Be flexible with your showings and allow them to get in there. I'm not saying that you need to drop everything and be there ready to go for them. That's not it. It's still your home. You still want to make sure that you have that ability to control that process, but be flexible. Don't be so set in stone that only from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. am I going to allow showings. You don't want to see that. You want to allow them to get in there after school, after business hours, things like that. And then being flexible with your closing. Like I said, any buyer looking in the winter is typically on a timeline. And this is stuff that I would tell you in every market, right? Whether it's in different spring, summer, fall, whatever it is, I'm going to tell you to be flexible with your closing as well. Again, it's still your home. You still have the ability to kind of control that process a little bit, but being flexible with that, I'd tell you, is very important, because it could be that last little bit to push you above that other house down the street that can close in 4 weeks. So pay attention to that. That would be important. Selling your home in the winter comes with its own unique challenges, and it also comes with its own unique wins that you can have as well. Having those motivated buyers, getting you the best possible price, and being able to be prepared for what's coming and capitalizing on all of these tips is very, very important. If you are interested in selling your home, or even just talking about selling your home this winter, reach out to me. I want to help. I want to make sure that it's a good process for you, a good experience for you, and making sure that you are taken care of. You can give me a call on my personal cell phone at 785-477-5485. You can always email me at kyle@homesforsalemhk.com. I promise you, you guys will not be disappointed by what it is and what it takes to get your home sold this winter. And as always, if you enjoy this content, please go and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, and give us that like, because it does help us grow the channel. So please, thank you very much. Please share this video with anybody that you know might be interested in looking at it, whatever tips may be. I can give you, if you reach out to me or put in the comments below how I get a hold of you, I will give you our seller's guide as well, so that way you know exactly what to focus on and what that looks like. And if you want me to do a personal free consultation for you and just kind of give you an idea of what your home may be worth, reach out to me as well. I can definitely get you taken care of with that, run some comparables, get some ideas. Can do it with or without coming into your home. There will just be a couple little stipulations when it comes to that. Nothing that's going to cost you any money. It's just they won't be most accurate until we are actually ready to list the home. So that all said, let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope you enjoy these videos. We'll talk soon.